You're listening to the Truck Talk with Trivista podcast, brought to you by TrivistaCompanies.com, the ultimate source for all things trucking, and sponsored by Louisville Masonry and Stone in Louisville, Kentucky, where beauty and function meet. I'm Anita Massey, Director of Marketing for Trivista Companies. Thanks for joining us today. Okay, so today's podcast is going to be with Chris Delsignore. He's the general manager here at Trivista's Girard, Ohio trailer division, and we're going to talk about all things trailers and what specifically they do here at Girard, because I know they do a lot, and there's a lot of things that people probably don't know that they do. So, Chris, welcome to the podcast today.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Why don't we start by having you just introduce yourself, tell people, how long you've been with the company, what your title is, what you do.
So I'm currently the general manager here, going on 15 years with the company. A lot of jobs here. I started out in the shop as a mechanic, quickly moved into the parts side of things as worked my way through the warehouse and then into a parts delivery position. And then into a sales position for quite some time.
Trailer sales?
Part sales at first.
Oh, part sales,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I cut my teeth out on the road, selling parts, building relationships, getting to know everybody out there. And then that transitioned into trailer sales eventually. So.
Is that new and used trailer sales, I take
New
it?
and used, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you sell parts and do service on all brands,
All
makes,
makes.
models of trailers.
Yeah, all makes trailers. 12-bay facility here in the shop. Paint booth, sandblasting bay.
Okay.
So we can do a lot of different things. A lot of fabrication in the shop.
Fabrication of what kinds of things?
Fabrication like we build job site bodies, takeoff bodies for like Carter lumber.
That would fit onto a truck chassis?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it can be loaded with a forklift.
Okay.
And set on a flatbed and taken to a job site.
Mm-hmm.
Taken off the job site, and you know the guys can put their tools in there, or store lumber, or materials that they'll need to complete their job.
Right.
When it's empty and they're done, they load it back up with a forklift and take it back with them. So a lot of that. We install Moffett kits.
Now, what's that?
A Moffett kit.
What is that?
So on a flatbed trailer, if you see a Home Depot or a Lowe's trailer, they got the forklifts hanging off the back of the trailer.
Right.
And they take them and they deliver shingles or lumber or what.
Oh, okay.
So we install that mounting kit that holds that forklift on the back of the unit.
Okay.
A lot of fab goes into that, labor intensive, a lot of welding. Mm-hmm. But the guys are pros at it now out there. They do a really good job.
Yeah, I would imagine. Do you have like your own separate bay that does just fabrication?
We try to keep it towards, closest
more
to
dedicated space?
Yeah, a couple guys are dedicated on just that. We find that repetition gets that time down. They're kicking them out quicker and exceeding expectations. So.
I know we did a promo recently on cargo control. Talk a little bit about that type of equipment or parts. I guess it's more parts that you guys offer.
Yeah, a lot of cargo control. We're a Kennedyne dealer.
Okay.
Kennedyne's the largest cargo control company in the world.
Okay.
As far as straps, transport chain, edge protectors, all across the board. Their strap line from 2-inch to 3-inch to 4-inch straps. They have just about everything that you would need
to haul something on a flatbed
even inside the van trailers.
To secure it.
To secure loads, yes.
That makes sense. So what brands of trailers are you guys franchised to sell here?
So right now we are Transcraft and Benson.
Okay.
That is our main platform division. Very successful with those guys. Deep relationship, long relationship with those guys.
Yeah, that's kind of like your founder.
That's our
Founder, yeah.
yes. They've been with us for a long time, and now we're very proud and very happy to bring Fruhoff back on board with their dry van line.
Did I hear correctly that Fruhoff used to be in this building way back in the beginning?
You did. You
Is that
did.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You're
so tell the history of that, because that's pretty cool.
You're sitting in the exact same building that was the Youngstown branch
Okay.
of Fruhoff Corporation. So Fruhoff decided to put their branch here because it was between Cleveland and Pittsburgh, so they can service both areas.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, Fruhoff was the only trailer out there. They were a power player, and they did well in this market for a long time.
Yeah.
A long time.
So what types of trailers will you be selling here and from the Fruhoff line? Are they flatbeds? Are they dry vans? Or what?
Initially, we'll be selling dry vans.
Okay.
And then we'll transition into, they make container chassis now. They make grain hoppers. They do, a little bit of everything. So we'll transition to that down the road. But initially we'll call it the first year, we'll do dry vans.
So when do you expect to start receiving inventory for the Fruhoff line?
We're hoping to get our first trailers in the end of July, early August.
This year?
Yes.
Oh, that's quick.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they're producing them right now out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. So it's a U.S.-made product now.
Nice.
First time that they've been back in the U.S. in 25 years.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
So everything will come out of Kentucky, which is great for us because we can branch out. All our locations can.
So these are going to be offered at all 12 of.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, we made the deal. We wanted everybody in the organization to be able to sell these, have access to them. Right now, everything will go through Girard initially as we get things rolling, and they'll be spec'd out of this location and
then delivered from
then
here.
delivered from here.
Or the
yes.
customer can come pick up.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And if they're flatbeds, I'm assuming those would trailer out stacked 3 high, is that right?
Yes.
So
yeah.
That's kind of the average amount. So.
Yeah, they can stack them 3 high. The dry vans obviously will come by themselves.
Right.
But again, that's not that far of a hike from Bowling Green up to here. Or,
yeah, it's a day drive.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So very happy about that.
Okay. So what other interesting things can you tell us about the Girard location? Is there anything we don't know that you all do? Any other services that you provide?
We get into some refurbs
Okay.
on beverage trailers. We have some beverage trailers that come in, and as they age into that 10 to 15 year area, we'll completely disassemble them, take them apart, paint them, and put them back together. And when they're done, they look brand new.
And it's cheaper to do that than to just buy a new trailer?
It is.
Really?
It
Okay.
is. Yes.
I never knew you
Yes.
could do that.
Cost effective, but that comes along with the experience of the guys in the shop. They've
Okay,
been
so
doing
does
it
that-
a long time, and they're quick. They're quick.
So it sounds like that's kind of a differentiator for Trivista Girard in that our guys can disassemble a trailer, put it back together, where maybe the competition doesn't always do that. They're going to probably say you need to scrap it and buy new.
Right.
So we take
Right.
it to the extra level and say,
Yes.
no, we can refurbish this for you and keep you moving at a lesser cost.
Yep. And that's a testament to the talent that we have in the shop.
Right.
Those guys are the best out there. That's what drives this whole building here.
Okay.
Are those guys? They're very good at what they do.
Been here a long time, I presume.
Long time.
Yeah.
Long time.
That's the one thing I love about Trivista is no matter which location you visit, you've got so many long time, many decades long employees, and I think that speaks to the company itself and the way they treat their employees, and I think that obviously parlays out to how they treat their customers. So.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Well, I've learned a few things about Girard that I didn't know. Is there anything else that you want to say before we end our time?
Just the core of this place is built off family. Everybody's family here. Everybody loves each other. You argue like family. Yeah.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, that's the family aspect of this place is the core, and that's what I'm most proud of, and that's why I love being here, is that closeness with everybody.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you. I see it in all the locations as well, and even before we merged, the individual dealerships was all based on family,
Right.
and it was very, very important to the partners to not rush into the rebrand and make sure that as we went through that process that we did, protect that reputation and that history and that foundation that was built by the founders so many years ago. So that's evident, and I appreciate that you're sharing that, because I think that gets lost in today's society.
It does.
The importance of that close relationship and that level of dedication, and I think that's evident to our customers.
It
so
does.
Appreciate you bringing that up.
And you get that from John Shireman, John Cerny, Jim O'Halloran, Vince Cerny. You get that feel from them that we can grow this into as many locations as you want, but that's always going to be their main focus.
Right. And with the Frohoff line, who knows how that's going to grow, right?
Right.
So that's
Right.
exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for your time today. I've enjoyed chatting with you and learning some more about Girard, Ohio.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope you've enjoyed this edition of the Truck Talk with Trivista podcast. You can find more podcast talks or just general information about Trivista Companies and its many dealerships at trivistacompanies.com. Until next time, be safe out there.